Picks and Parlay family, it's me, Detroit Lenny, here with David Delano and Sean Higgs, the man, the myth, the legend. David, we're going to come up with like a wrestling WWE nickname for you, like David the Destroyer. So I don't know, but I'm going to come up with it. So I don't know, folks. Drop in the chat. We need some help here.
He looks like a wrestler with that beard. He
I know.
used to shave his head. He'd look like
totally come in, right? I don't know. This video's 30 seconds in. We went south. MLB video. Rapid fire. We're going to talk Thursday, August 15th. And small slate, you guys are going to like, share, subscribe. These guys are each going to give you a total and a side. So we're going to do this quickly, and we're going to do this often. Promo code LENNY20 saves you 20% off fixandparlays.net. That's where you go and get all these cappers premium plays. Listen, Higgs, are you still number 2?
No, I'm not number 2. I'm thinking of 3 now.
All right, top 3 handicappers.
Rough week left. A rough 2 days back from Vegas. So
David Delano stays in the top spot. I mean,
look at him. The guy went from a t-shirt to a polo shirt. He's got a button down. The guy's on a roll.
No, I mean next week he might have.
He's up in his game. He's got to be in a suit and a tuxedo by Christmas. This guy.
I love it. Higgs, start us off here. Oakland plus 145 in New York, taking on the Mets. You got a side for us here. Where are you going with this one?
Yeah, Quintana laying a $170. Are you kidding me with this guy? Get out of here with that. I'm taking the A's here. They're a scrappy little bunch. And you know what? When you're in August and you're in last place and you got a bunch of young guys looking to earn spots, yeah, a 145, I'm going to take it here. And Spencer's not been bad on the mound. 2 decent starts here in August, 5 2/3 in both of his games there, 2 runs allowed. His last 2 starts of July, the same 6 innings, 5 innings, giving up 2 runs and 1 run. You're going to get me close to $1.50 here? 145 with a dog versus a Met team that's – where are the Mets going? They had a nice little push, but this is baseball. How we have seen every team go up and down. So that was their push. They got to 500. Here comes reality. They're not a good team. Give me the spunky bunch out of Oakland here. Little Oaktown last place losers here. Lovable losers, 145. Let's go.
Who doesn't love a lovable loser? So Oakland plus 145. Let's keep this party going. Dodgers and the Brewers. Brewers plus 120 at home playing the mighty Dodgers. David Delano, what say you?
Yeah, so you've got Jack Flaherty going for the Dodgers here, who I know you were sad to see leave the Tigers, going up against Tobias Myers for the Brewers. Now, Flaherty, he's been great this season. He's facing a team that is familiar with him, though, from his days in the NL Central. And, Flaherty, he's faced the Brewers 9 times on the road, 18 times overall in his career. On the road against the Brewers in his career, just 1-4 with a 5.57 earned run average, which is a little tough to back a guy with that type of juice. And even though he's had a great season, he's coming off of a start against the Pittsburgh Pirates where he did have 10 strikeouts, but he also gave up 4 earned runs in 5 2/3 innings. And the thing about that, he threw a season high 110 pitches. So with Flaherty throwing that season high, pitching in a place where he struggled throughout his career. And then on the other side, you look at Myers the Brewers have won 6 out of his last 7 home games. So I think this is a great spot to take the Milwaukee Brewers as an underdog at plus 120 on the money line to get the upset.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm a big Jack Flaherty fan. Didn't want to see him leave. I understand it is what it is, but he just had a great, like you said, career stats there that last game. So Brewers plus 120. I'm keep it rolling here, and I want to hold this up. We're going to go right back to David for a total here. Red Sox, Orioles, totals at 8.5. Thoughts on this?
Yeah, so we've got Nick Pivetta going for the Red Sox, going up against Zach Eflin for the Orioles. One thing looking at here, we're recording this a little bit early before the team totals and first 5 come out, but Eflin, he's faced the Red Sox 5 times in his career, and even though on the winning side he's done well in some of those starts, he's given up at least 3 earned runs in all 5 of those outings, and he's never gone past 5 innings. Active Red Sox hitters, 349 batting average against them, 947 OPS. And we're looking at this Red Sox team that he's going up against combined. They've scored at least they've combined for 9 runs or more in 10 out of their last 11 games. Nick Pivetta on the other side, a little bit Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, it seems like for his whole career. And looking at the last 3 starts that Pavetta's made, he did have a 7-2 win over Texas, but then he was involved in a 14-7 game he was on the right side of against Seattle, in a 20-7 game against the Rockies. With these two guys, I'm expecting runs, and I'm going to go over 8.5 in this one.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, this is just, listen, if you want runs, to get the popcorn, sit back and watch the Red Sox and the Orioles. Over 8.5 from David Delano on Thursday. Higgs, Mariners, Tigers, totals at 8. The mighty Tigers just scored 15 runs as we record this on Tuesday, on Wednesday for Thursday or Tuesday, whatever. Tigers, World Series bound. What say you, Mr. Higgs?
Yeah, well, they had to trade Flannery because you go out and you think you're in a position to maybe win a division or get to a wild card, and you're not going to get to my. What do we got here? How many wins do I have on Detroit here? Like 80 wins? Yeah, that's not.
It's 76. I think. Is it 80?
No, it's 80. Yeah, it's 20. Yeah, I'm looking at the under here. One, their pitcher is in a different state, suiting up in a different uniform for today. We don't even have a starter listed for these guys, but it's not going to matter to me because Seattle is the worst hitting team in baseball. If these guys could hit anything, they'd be running away with the division and would probably be favorites to win the American League. The bats are bad. The pitching is good. Early start time, 1 o'clock here, getaway day. We're going to have quirky lineups, bad hitting teams, a bullpen type day probably from the Tigers. Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. I'm going to go under, get the snooze fest out, little Santa hat for sleeping, one of those little hats with the little balls on top, right? Remember those little sleeper caps? What were those about? Is it that cold back in the day? You had to wear a hat to bed?
Well, it's not like they had AC and heat and like probably forced air. I mean, yeah, it was probably that cold.
A little candle on a dish walking around at night.
Yeah, we're going to wear a nightgown. There you go. Deep thoughts with Sean Higgs. That's where we're at. Like, share, subscribe. Promo codes at the bottom. Get these guys premium handicap and plays at picksandparlays.net. Head over to the website. I'll give you a quick little recap. We are going to take Higgs likes the Oakland A's on the money line here, plus 145. And he also likes the under 8. Well, my Tigers are going to score 27 runs tomorrow. And then also David likes the Milwaukee Brewers on the money line. And then he also likes the Red Sox and the Orioles over 8.5 on Thursday. Guys, don't forget picksandparlays.net. Get their best bets. Good luck unless you're against me. We appreciate everybody stopping by. Take care, folks.